When he arrived and asked for the money, did he give you any indication as to what it was for?
For a job, for a car. He'd been promised a new job, he needed a car, and he would be paying me back within 2 months.
What was the job? Did you inquire any further?
No. I was just happy that, to be honest, that he was going to be getting away from my parents and my other brother and sister.
Why were you happy about that, madam?
Because I just think it was extra pressure on them.
What I'm told by Carol, and I want to be clear, this is critical to her case, is that you made a clear and unequivocal representation about the purpose of the money. It's for a car. I've been promised a job.
Yeah, I lied to her.
Did you make those representations?
I probably did, yeah.
Did you say it's for a car?
Yeah.
You also made a clear promise to Caroline.
Yeah, that I'd give the money back.
In a period of time. What was that time frame?
2 months, I was going to give it back.
Did you reasonably believe those representations to be true?
I knew I'd be able to get the money back.
How? You're living on a shed, talking, you're living in a shed, and you're addicted to drugs, sir. How did you think you were going to pay it back?
I was just waiting for life to give me that up again, you know what I mean? Life goes up and down.
What did you use that money on?
Basically, I got out of the shed, got a train to Worthing, booked into a hotel and tried to start my life again. Was gambling online and then won 52 grand. And
Just pause. Excuse me, what? Are you telling me she lent you £2,500 and you've subsequently won how much?
well, 52 grand at that time.
Were you aware of that?
Yeah, blatantly aware.
When did you become blatantly aware of that?
My daughter follows Alan on Instagram, and we saw photographs of him travelling around the world, kicking cash on the floor, just having a great time. So that's why I'm here, to get my money back.
You won £52,000. I presume, then, the money immediately was returned to you, the £2,500.
Nothing.
No, but you've got to appreciate, I had the money, but I still had nothing. I wanted to get myself sorted. I wanted my house, I wanted my cars, and then I could worry about sorting everyone else out with money that's owed. But, like, I had nothing. I don't know what to say. If you needed the money, I'd give it, but saying I owe it, it's just a joke.
Well, when I asked you for it, you wouldn't give it back to me.
Had a holiday, I presume?
Yeah.
Anywhere nice?
I've
just
literally
pause talking and thinking about where I'm going.
I just got back from Egypt.
Talking! Where have you been?
Egypt, Hungary, Dubai.
What is it that you feel is inappropriate about her asking for this money?
Just...
Would you have done the same if the shoe was on the other foot?
No, I wouldn't.
Why would you not want the money back if the shoe was on the other foot? You'd borrowed £2,500 from her and she'd come into a substantial sum. Why?
Oh, I'd just be happy that she's getting something, doing something to... I don't know. It's not about money. That's why people worry about money for. We don't... Moments with your family and friends is so much more important than money. Everything comes down to money. Just...
So money's all right when you've got it?
Mate, I've been up there and I've been down. And I'm telling you, you learn.
Martin is in court to claim £30 for a mobile phone which he never received payment for after his brother sold it on his behalf. Defendant Mike says, as he never received payment for the phone, he owes nothing and is counterclaiming £100 for outstanding dog walking fees.
This disgrace, Mark. I don't owe you the money. I'm your brother.
You sold the phone.
Yes, I sold the phone, but I still don't owe you the money. You've brought the wrong person on, Mark. I'm supposed to be your brother.
I don't care. I was going to get the money off you or him.
I'm your brother.
Excuse me. Do you have Mike here?
Yes.
I could hear you shouting from my chambers. I understand you're very angry, and you were shouting some sort of French that I didn't quite understand.
No, Judge.
No, I understand that. You got back, and what did you discover?
I discovered that no more money had gone in after I think about October that year, maybe.
How much money to date has Merlin paid you back?
225.
225
yeah.
out of £4,262.80, plus the more that you lent it.
Exactly.
Why?
Well, at that point, I had reinvested the money that I maybe should have paid Noah back into buying another slide.
How much was that?
It was around £14,500.
Did you know that he'd spent that money?
Not until it was spent.
Now, you're supposed to pay your brother £25 per week. It's £100 per month. In year one, if you were making roughly £5,000 profit, you could have afforded to pay that sum. Why didn't you?
Well, I felt it was more important to reinvest my money into the business than to pay my brother back.
Prior to this document being written, your brother had said to you, you have to give me the money back when the business is doing well.
Correct.
What did you understand by the words doing well?
Making a large profit.
A large
or
profit?
A big enough profit to be able to easily pay the money back.
That's your defence?
Yes.
The cost of your new slide is 3 times the cost of the original loan that you borrowed from your brother.
Yes, it is.
So you could have afforded to pay him back in total, not even the £25 per week.
Yes, that is correct.
What's wrong with you? I don't understand why you didn't make the basic payments, sir.
Well, after I had bought this slide, I was then in quite a sticky situation where
Why, what happened? Did you use the wrong lubricant for the slide?
Well, actually, there was a few problems with the slide. There was slight holes in the slide when you Velcro them together, so it actually became... Well, it is not a water slide. It's...
What is it?
I don't know, a piece of plastic at the moment.
The brother and sisterly love just isn't there as much, and it's such a shame. Do you agree? You agree? Over a car?
Mm.
For you, it's more than that, right?
Yes.
Why is it more than that?
For me, it's a broken trust. I think I trusted Georgia with the car to go out, to bring it back in one piece, and she didn't. For me, it's breaking of trust.
It was an accident, like, it wasn't deliberate. It's not like I thought, oh, do you know what I'm going to do? Let's annoy Daniel and go and crash the car, so his insurance goes up, so this and that.
She's correct. She didn't do it egregiously. She wasn't paying attention. New drivers make stupid errors. She wasn't, for example, on a mobile phone. She wasn't, for example, without a seatbelt, otherwise she would have been dead. Mm-hmm. She wasn't, for example, speeding at an unreasonable speed. She made a bad judgment on the road. New drivers do that. Understood?
Yep.
Accepting that, why are you still very angry with her?
It's a bit more. It's just more than a car. It's the way she's been for all her life. It's a case of, I broke my toy, my daddy will get me a new one. Or I broke my phone, oh, it's all right, somebody will replace it. It's the same here. For this, it wasn't really hers to break.
Do you agree?
Well, these things happen, you know.
Listen to me. Your brother's expressing really authentically why this has upset him. That this car represented something very important to him. And your response is, oh, things happen, but it's upset him. Do you not acknowledge that?
He was more concerned about the car than how I was after it. Like, the first thing he says to me was, oh, what have you done? Like, how bad's the car? How's this? Like, how am I going to pay for it? Before he asked, like, oh, are you okay?
Were you upset about that?
Oh, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, I could have died, do you know what I mean? Like, if I died, who'd be paying for it then? Nobody. Like, I wouldn't be paying for it.
You're just lucky the judge gave you 400 quid, mate. Right, you know for a fact that money was left to me. You've pulled the wool over Judge Rinder's eyes, but I'll tell you what, Charlotte, you ain't pulled the wool over my eyes, yeah?
I think Christopher acted a bit strange. You know, when I first walked in, he just gave me dirty looks, and it's not like Christopher to do that.
She wasn't honest in court. She lied a few times. She tried to pull the wool over Judge Rinder's eyes, but You saw through that.
I don't want money to come in between us anymore.
Right, then let's get the family back on track and let's put this behind us. But don't ask me to borrow any money because I'm not lending you no more money.
Me and Chris will move on. We're brother and sister. At the end of the day, there's no stronger bond.
Me and Charlie are going to go move on from here and, yeah, hopefully get the family back on track.
Love you.
All right, love you too, sir. All right.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right? Love you loads.
Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.